What's going on, YouTube? My name is NC2, and welcome back to season 3, week 6 of the NPL. I am your coach of the Litchfield Park Larvitars. My name is NC2, and we are gonna get right on into this. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry in advance. I did not have a team builder this week. I was a little bit busy this week, and some things happened, and I wasn't able to actually record it. But I'm sitting here Sunday nights at 12:42 a.m. So technically it's Monday now, so work was very tough this week, and had some other things going on as well. But here is my team. We have Tapu Lele, Nidoqueen, we have Goodra, we have Umbreon, and we have Mega Aggron. He has Steelix, he has Mega Lop, he has Thundy, he has his Thundy, he has Nidoking, he has Salamence, and then he also has Skunk Tank. Alright, so I'm going to get right into this battle because I need to explain a few things here. So right off the back, we see Mega Aggron going against up Mega Lop. So first things first, we both Mega. He goes for the substitute, which is pretty weird. I would have expected him to go for maybe a high jump kick or maybe even a drain punch or a power up punch, but he tries to set up here, thinking maybe that I put up rocks and that he would have a turn to bulk up or something like that. So I immediately go for heavy slam, knowing that I will do a lot of damage to this lot. Even I believe I 2-ko it no matter what against this lot because I'm so much heavier in this thing with heavy slam. So he switches out and he goes out to his Steelix. Now I kind of predicted that he would go on to his Steelix, but I was like, maybe if he stays in anyways, I can kill this lot right away. Maybe this one thing less to deal with. So next up we got Colossus here going up against Heavy Duty. So this is a pretty interesting matchup here. So if it's a physical Steelix, I am very, very defensive about it. So I kind of just stayed in thinking he was just going to stay in. I do about some... since he went back to 100 with the leftovers, let me think about this. I did about almost 40%. I did about 37% there. And then he Earth Power. So I'm like... So let me get this straight. So this is a special Steelix. This is going to be a mixed Steelix. Later in the game, he reveals he has Heavy Slam for my Tapu Lele, but he reveals Earth Power for my beautiful Mega Aggron here. So next up, with next play, I want to see what he does. So I go on to Goodra here, knowing that I can take a special hit, and that barely does 13%. That barely does 13%. He goes on to his Salamence here, and I should have predicted the play. I was gonna go. I thought about going for Ice Beam, but predicting this Salamence to come out. This Salamence is a very important threat to this team. It's also a Z-Mon. So I'm also running Fire Blast, Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave is literally just power, and then I'm also running Draco Meteor, and I'm also running Ice Beam. Ice Beam would have killed this thing no matter what, I think. He doesn't really have any special defense investments, I believe. But if he didn't have any special defense investments and only had HP and attack and all that jazz, he probably sped crab something, so his attack wouldn't be all that high. But I would have done massive damage to this thing, probably O-code, but you never know. I go for the Fire Blast here, and I also thought, hey, Fire Blast has a chance to burn. If I can get the burn on this thing right away, this will be beautiful. So I go on to my Umbreon, knowing I can take any hit, and I easily take that hit, no problem. He goes out into his Thundurus here. I go up for a Wish. Now, this is where the kind of BS just happens here, but it's just Pokemon anyway. So he goes for a Nasty Play here, and I'm like, alright. And my wish came true, whatever. So right here, I'm sitting at a +2, right in front of me, a +2 special attack, Thundy. But I am also Assault Vest. I'm an Assault Vest Goodra. I should be able to take any hit this thing throws at me without any problem whatsoever. So what happens here is he goes for a Hidden Power. It's obviously going to be HP Ice because he knows Goodra's a very important threat to his team. And he gets a crit, turn 1. And I'm like, how am I supposed to deal with this thing now? There's no way I take another hit from this thing. No way. If I wouldn't have gotten that, if he wouldn't have gotten that crit, it would have done half damage, and I would have killed this thing no problem. But HP Ice gets a crit. I go for Ice Beam, and of course Goodra doesn't have that great special attack. It's not quite effective, of course. It goes down to that low. So I have to go back into Umbreon here. He goes for Hidden Power Ice again, and I don't have enough HP to go back. His Hidden Power the first time did about 43%, and right now I'm sitting about 43%, but he goes for Thunderbolt for stab, and that's a great move on his part. I go into Tapu Lele here, and here is what goes wrong. So there's this problem on Showdown where if you put in an HP other than HP Ice, HP Fire, HP something, it doesn't change your IVs to the correct IVs that give you the correct IVs for the HP, and you need the correct IVs for the HP to work. So I did HP Ground because literally a lot of this team is super effective to HP Ground. The Steelix, the Nidoking, and the what's it called, the Skunk Tank. So I'm like, what's going on here? I don't have HP Ground, I have HP Dragon. And so I tell him, I was like, hey, you know, I have the wrong HP on my team, and I just want to let you know, but I'm okay with continuing because one of the biggest things about this match is that he got the crit on Goodra, and I know if we replayed that and did everything the same thing, it wouldn't have, the crit wouldn't have happened. I'm just saying, you guys, like, again, on the crit on Goodra would not have happened, and I would have killed that. I would have killed it. I would have killed that Thundurus, no problem. And it's just like, well, that sucks for me. So I was like, alright, but I'm okay with continuing, it's whatever. I can't go, I knew the Steelix was going to come out, I was going to go for HP Ground, but HP Dragon only did 9%, and Psyshock did a little bit more damage than that, so I just go for Psyshock here, and the Steelix just tanks everything. So he goes for Heavy Slam here, so he reveals that he's a mixed set, and I go for Earthquake here, which in fact he goes for Earth Power, and gets the crit and kills Aggron here, so where I can't kill the Steelix. So I'm sitting here like, so Goodra got critted, I have no way of wishing Umbreon back to full health for Goodra, and I'm also sitting here with a dead Mega Aggron from a crit that I could have killed the Steelix next turn. Would have literally destroyed this team afterwards because I'm Scarfed Lele, and I would have outsped everything. If the only thing that's a problem on this team is the Skunk Tank, and that's Psyshock freely hits everything but the Skunk Tank, and Moonblast freely hits everything but the Nidoking, of course, but it still hits the Nidoking for a lot of power. I'm telling you guys right now, if I kill the Steelix, I win the game. That's the end of it. That's all I gotta say. If I kill the Steelix right here and I didn't get this crit, I probably would have won. I'm not gonna say I won because that's gonna be a douche move of me, but I would have done very well instead of getting the score at the end of what happened. At this point, I'm just like, I'm kind of flustered right now, just saying like I could, like right now, with a full HP investment, and I don't like, obviously this thing's specially invested, so I put full special attack investment. Obviously Steelix already has a good special attack, or a good regular attack, so I calced it out, and I do about 40% to 68% to a Steelix. Now, next, I could have sent in Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele kills, no problem. So what I do here is I go out to Nidoqueen here, and what I should have done is I should have just go for Ice Beam, but I thought, hey, why not go for Earth Power, kill this thing right away? I actually, you know, I do go for Ice Beam here. He sacks off his Electro, so it's now 5-0 against a 4-0. Or no, 4-5. He goes out into his his Salamence here. Now, I am calced to live 100% an Earthquake from this thing, but I kind of was expecting that he was gonna run a Z move. I thought he was gonna run Z Fly, the Flynium Z, but he ends up going with Tectonic Rage, which OHKO's my beautiful Nidoqueen. If I would have run Chapel Berry this week, I would have done a little bit more, but I was calced to kill the beautiful Salamence here with a Ice Beam with Nidoqueen. So next up, we got Goodra coming out here. I know Goodra can take almost any hit, but obviously not a Dragon Claw because that's very super effective damage. I go on to Emboar here. I Will-O-Wisp to get this damage off. He goes for Earthquake. It does about half, and hopefully I'm able to live another Earthquake. I go out to my Tapu Lele here, and if I would have had HP Ground, I would have had HP Ground. But I had Psyshock, and I could do nothing to this thing. yes, I had Energy Ball, but Energy Ball wasn't calc to kill, and it was just frustrating to see that if I would have had HP ground, I would have done a little bit better than getting 5-0'd, as you can see right here. So I just take the defeat. You know, GG's to him. He played very well. I feel like if I would have had HP ground, I would have had a little bit better advantage against his team. But it's all good. We are now 1-5 on the year. Hopefully we can pull out a few more wins and not have a worse record than last year. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and again, I apologize for not having a a team builder for this week. Again, this game made me a little flustered, and also it was the fact that we played this game a little bit late. We played this battle a little bit late, and I barely finished calculating my teams out like that night, because it was my fault that we couldn't battle the first time, and I was just a little tired. So I'll make sure there's a team builder up next week. I believe we play the Montreal Monfernos, who are coached by Seabass, who are, I believe, undefeated as of right now. I'm not sure, obviously, by the end of the week. Hopefully I'll know if they're undefeated or not, and he's actually pretty good. He runs Extra Drill, Sand Rush, so hopefully I can, beat that. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all the support you guys give on this channel. Please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for me today. If you are guys ready for the game 7 for next week, I'll see you there. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.